YouTube, what is up? So today we're going to be looking at the Gamerverse wave. This is going to be the Marvel Legends Abomination Build-A-Figure Gamerverse wave. And my first impressions were kind of like, eh. Um, I guess just because we don't have, much to relate to as far as the Gamerverse figures. And initially I kind of felt the same way with the Spider-Man figures. And then once you got them in hand, I kind of like them a little bit more. And, I even said, like, I think they're going to grow on people and the kids are going to pick them up and maybe they're going to be the hard ones to find. But, you know, uh, truthfully, they've still been peg warming. I mean, the only Gamerverse figures that's been actually doing good is the PS4 one that was a GameStop exclusive. And, I think these are going to peg warm as well. Hopefully, I'm wrong. But uh, with the release of the game, I hope it brings people to come to like these, and they'll continue to give us more. I mean, it's something different. We got our MCU figures, we got the comic book based, and now we have a third category, the Gamerverse, and I think it's a good idea. And many people may not agree with me, but I think they'll eventually grow on us, and maybe once we get our hands on this actual game, I know the dates have been pushed back. I'm hearing November now, and it was supposed to have been out maybe a month or two ago. So, anyways, we're gonna take a look at the four figures from the Gamerverse that came in this case. We get uh, two Captain Americas, Iron Man, and we got Miss Marvel, Kamala Khan. I actually didn't even care to get this figure, and I know a lot of people are like, well, we already got one in one of the Spider-Man waves. I don't recall. I think it might have been Sandman wave. Is that correct? Yeah, I asked my son, and he says he believes so. It could have been the Sandman wave. I'm really interested in looking at that Iron Man. I'm not sure how much I'm gonna like him, but we're gonna take a look at him. The comic book based figures, I was really interested in, and I kind of wondered why, like, they would have. Okay, I get the leader tying in with the Abomination Build-A-Figure, but yet this is not a Gamerverse figure. But then he does tie in, with Mach 1, and that tie-in has to do with the Thunderbolts. So, I mean, that's cool. As far as Marvel's Rage is concerned, I can't figure out the tie-in yet, but as we look into it, maybe something might, come to mind, and the same thing with the Marvel. So we're going to pause this, we're going to crack open all the Gamerverse figures and take a look at those first, and then we're going to jump into the comic book figures. Alright, so here we have the four Gamerverse figures out of package. And looking at the Captain America, his bio reads, injected with an experimental super soldier serum, Steve Rogers has the peak potential of strength, endurance, and dexterity. So it doesn't really give you any information on anything that's going on with him as far as the game is concerned. I think they're just trying to keep that, any spoilers. They don't want us getting any spoilers before the game actually comes out. Same thing with Iron Man. His read up is Tony Stark developed his cutting edge Iron Man armor and helped found the Avengers to protect the world against catastrophic threats. Catastrophic threats. Why was that a tongue twister? Shouldn't have been. And Kamala Khan, which is interesting that we got her, again so soon. The colors are a little different, and we'll talk about that. I'll show that. Miss Marvel, whip, smart, with an optimistic personality. Kamala Khan is determined to combat injustice wherever she finds it. which is kind of cool, and that's a accurate read up of her. There's a cartoon animated show that has her, Squirrel Girl, America Chavez. Can't think of the damn name of it right now, but it's actually not horrible. I mean, if you're into Marvel, Squirrel Girl, I can't lie to you, she's a little annoying, and I don't mean that in a good way, but it's cute in a way. It's I think it's for kids, and actually I think it's directed at little girls more than anything. But I watched it, and it's not horrible. It's actually pretty good. Yeah, so huge differences. If you look at the packaging, and I'll just show you Kamala Khan's between the Spider-Man and this one. The packaging, while they are the same, this one has just Spider-Man on the sides, and then it shows you on the back images from the video game. And maybe this is something that's going to happen further down the line with Gamerverse figures once we get the game. And right now there's just generic looking photo of or picture of the character. But anyway, let's get into these figures. Now initially, like, I kind of was like, man, I'm not gonna like these, and unfortunately my feelings haven't changed. Like, I think the Captain America is cool, and I think I like him more than the Iron Man. Like, the Iron Man actually does absolutely nothing for me. The head sculpt is just weird, and like I said, maybe after the game comes out, I would like him a little more. Maybe I'll have something to relate to him. But as of right now, man, I think this is an easy pass. For me, like, if I were to go back and do this over, I probably wouldn't even buy it. I would probably get the bath piece that he came with, which is going to be the leg. And it sucks because I love these figures, and it doesn't bring me any joy to say that, like, I would pass on something, and that's just my opinion. Maybe you guys are gonna get it and then actually really like it. And he came with the left leg, and you can see those crazy looking toenails there. Let's get this to focus a little more. Yeah, Kamala Khan came with the torso, and it's just all one torso piece, so there's no upper torso, lower torso separation. And the front, normally we've been getting back pieces to plug in, and this one is the front piece. So am I looking forward to building this thing? I don't know yet, man. It looks cool, and then at the same time it doesn't resemble Abomination at all. But again, we got to get that video game and see what's going on. Kamala Khan actually looks pretty cool, and if you didn't get her in the Sandman wave, this is actually a good opportunity. Even though this is a Gamerverse based figure, I still think she'll fit in perfectly as a comic version of her. And we'll do a quick side by side with the Gamerverse and the comic version. And I'm not gonna get her to stand, so let's just bring these in a little. And as you can see, there are differences in the paint jobs, but I do feel like this is a good comic book look. But this is not bad either, even though it's based on the game. But I still think she would sit well on your shelf, and you wouldn't have to go back and get her. Unless you wanted to build the Sandman, then that's a different story. Is this not focusing? I think I may have too much going on in the background. But yeah, she's the only one. Nope, she's not the only one. She came with the same hands that we got with the last figure, which are not in focus at the moment. And yeah, so it's the same thing. Iron Man pretty much came with these typical blast effects. Yeah, disappointing. One thing I did want to see was if I can find that new Iron Man. I don't know where he is. Dyson, can you check that drawer? and find Ironman 2020. But yeah, not the greatest of figures, and you know that's just my opinion at the moment. And like I said, you know, it just sucks that the game hasn't came out. Uh, I think out of the three, I'm gonna have to say Kamala Khan is probably my favorite, even though I already have her. But that Captain America, man, is actually pretty sweet. I wouldn't. Yeah, see, this is not gonna help. I wouldn't sleep on him. What I was hoping was that the reds would match up between that Iron Man, and because with the Iron Man 2020, if you're not familiar with him, he has blast effect hands, but they have no hinge, whereas this one hinges. But that is not gonna work for you. The reds are just way too different. And let me see if I can get that to focus a little more. Yeah, we got way too much going on in the background, but yeah, that's not gonna work. It may work with the 80th anniversary, who also doesn't have hinges. Actually, let me see if I can find him. Let's see. This may be a better fit for him. Let's get all this off the background. And because I'm taking so long with this, I think I'm gonna do two separate videos. And let's pop this out. Pop this in. Wow, it's really close, but it's, to me, it's kind of like no, it's a no-go. Yeah, but yeah, damn, that sucks. So that red is like right in between these two figures, which, yeah, it's not cool. But that's neither here nor there. One thing I did want to talk about with the Captain America is I've seen a lot of people do customs with him, and it's kind of weird because with such a new figure, you know, people catching on so fast, I'm starting to see people put the Shield Agent head sculpts on these and creating. Let me go through this bag real quick. You know, a really good look. So if you have the old Giant Man Shield Agent / Nick Fury, these helmeted heads, I don't know if you're getting that, but we're just going to go ahead and pop them and switch them out. These helmeted heads on here actually look really good. And maybe you can do like a paint job on them and, you know, switch that star out. But yeah, I think that's weird because that one fits perfectly and this one fits really loose. But it still sits well, and this one actually is a tight fit, and it's the same exact figure, so that's kind of strange. But I think that's gonna do it. I'm not gonna review the other four. We're gonna do that in a separate video. But as always, please like, subscribe, and take care.